The Adventures of Tom Sawyer by Mark Twain. Longman Simplified this series. Read by Siriya Boonlert. Chapter 19. Prize Day. The summer holiday was approaching. The teacher always severe grew severe than ever, for he wanted the school to do well on Prize Day. His stick was seldom idle now, and Mr. Dobbin's punishments were very energetic ones too. Or two he carried under his first hands a perfectly hair-raised and shiny head. He had only reached middle age and showed no signs of weakness. As the great day approached, he seemed to take the fiercest pleasure in punishing the less misbehavior. The result was that the smallest boys spent their days in terror and their nights in planning revenge. At last they hit upon a plan which promised a glorious victory. As the teacher looked at the side painter house, the boys asked the side painter's son to help them. He agreed at once because he too disliked the teacher. Mrs. Dublin would go on a visit to the country in a few days, and there would be nothing to interfere with the plans. Mr. Dobbins always prepared himself for great occasions, such as Prize Day, by having a little too much to drink, and the side planter boy said that he was confident that he could carry out his part of the plan, while the teacher was having a short sleep in his chair. Then he would have him arranged at the right time and hurried away to school. The great occasion arrived at 8. In the evening the school was brightened and decorated with flowers. The teacher sat in his armchair upon a platform with his blackboard behind him. He was very cheerful. In front of him were rows of chairs occupied by the most important people of the town and by the parents of the pupils. To his left was another platform upon which were seated the scholars who were to take part in the exercise of the evening. The rest of the schoolroom was filled with the other pupils. The exercise began. A very little boy stood up and sheepishly greeted, "You scarcely expect one of my age to speak in public on the stage," etc., accompanying himself with the painful accent and stiff motions which a machine might have made, supposing that machine to be a trifle out of order. A little shamefaced girl murmured, "Mary had a little lamb." Etc. was loudly applauded and sat down, blushing and happy. Tom Sawyer stepped forward with grand confidence and rushed into the "Give me liberty or give me death" speech with fright, fury, and broke down in the middle of it. The teacher frowned, and this completed the disaster. Tom struggled for a time and then retired utterly defeated. There was a weak attempt at applause, but it idea airy. The boy stood on the burning deck, and utter Mr. Priest of recitations followed. Then there were reading exercise and a spelling fight. The small Latin cast received with credit. The highlight of the evening, original compositions by the young lady now came, is in her turn stepped forward to the edge of the platform, clear her throat, held up her paper which was tied with pretty ribbon, and proceeded to read with special attention to expressions and punctuation. The first prize was won by a black-eyed, black-haired young lady with a mournful expression. Her composition on aviation was considered the finest effort of the evening, and the mayor of the village, after deriving the prize to her, made a warm speech in which he said that it was the finest thing he had ever listened to, and that it was worthy of the country's greatest statement. Now the teacher put his chair aside, turned his back to the audience, and began to draw a map of America on the blackboard upon which to exercise the geography class, but he did it very badly because his hand was unsteady. A low laugh ran round the room. He knew what was wrong and set himself to right it. He rubbed on lines and remade him, but the laughter grew louder and with good reasons. There was a storeroom above, and the entrance to it was just above his head. Down to his opening came a cat, hanging from a string tied round her body. She had a ring fastened about her head and jar to prevent her from making a noise. As she slowly descended, she curved, upwards and seized the string with her claws, then swung downwards and clawed at the air. The laughter grew louder and louder. The cat was within 6 inches of the teacher's head, down a little lower, and she seized his first hair with her desperate claws, held it, and was snatched off into the storeroom, and in an instant with her prize still in her possession. And now the right breast from the teacher's had raised head for the side. Planter boy had covered it with gold paint that broke up the meeting. The boy had their revenge.